want to say a few words and maybe address the people here that you're going to be ministering to?
It's an honor for me to be here. It's not a job, it's not burden at all. I've always enjoyed working with the men in this church. And the work continues, discipleship, fellowship, Bible studies, and all that. I really enjoy working with the men in this church. So thank you for the opportunity to serve.
I'm calling on the women because the strength of the ministry is dependent on the people that are being ministered. And it's really supposed to be open for 18 and up age. But for some reason, we can't connect so much to the young adults. So what I'd like to be able to see for the 2013 is really be able to connect, because we will really learn more from the young women. And it's, you know, and of course, you saw the bond of your moms and what we've done so far in the past few years. And we like to be able to continue on. And what Pastor said, to be a more caring and loving. And that is something that has been in the back burner. Of course, our first priority was on how we can grow, to be more in love with the Lord and all of that, because that's an intentional move for the women. And we develop our friendship and really take a bond on the sisterhood. But really, we want to be able to impact the community, impact the church, and be a light to the children and to the generation. So we really want to get the young women involved, and that's what we're calling. And for those that are, you know, are here, young women, you know, take a stand and be with us, because we need you. It's a privilege to be part of this church, part of this family.
Thank you, Lynn. Next up, I want to call on Eric Caballo here. 2013, he'll be the ministry leader, the Young Adults Ministry, together with Aaron. Aaron, why don't you come up here as well? Young Adults Ministry, 2013. And by the way, they are also the worship leaders of this church. So, Aaron, why don't you come up here in the front, and while you're coming down, Eric, want to say a few words before we pray for you?
I don't think that much words.
Making sure that I'm going to tackle you down.
Most of you know, this is actually my second year in seminary, and when Pastor Ron was talking about the calling of God, it actually, just reminded me of my calling, because it took 20 years. So for him, if you, like June, knocking on that voicemail, I don't know if you've had the alarm clock when I was a kid, where the alarm would just get louder and louder until you really have to wake up and you can't ignore it anymore. That's how God's calling was for me, until I could not ignore that anymore, and I had to answer God and give up my life and make sure that I was serving Him, not myself. And it's not an easy thing. When people think that once you give up your life for God, it's going to be roses and an easy life, it's actually it's hard. But it's one of the most enjoyable and rewarding things and humbling experiences to do that. And I just have a passion also for the young adults, because I was young once. And one of the other things I don't want to do in the ministry, because I've noticed everyone in the ministry kind of losing their hair, so I just decided I'll shave my head and I'll join the club. But the young adults, growing up, I wish I had people, and there were people around, but I wish I had people that I could be comfortable with and talk to and run to whenever I had problems that I could really tell, my own